Hey, what's up, people? This is Ike Love. I'm creating author of the blog, The Viable Alternative, which is an inspirational blog where I share the wisdom, insight gained along my path to becoming a greater, stronger version of myself. And if you want to read more on the site, you can click on the window where it says description. You'll see the link for www.theviablealternative.com. A couple of things. Number one, very interestingly, I ran into Big Brandon Carter today in Union Square. I know some of you, what I talk about is kind of considered in the same genre as what he talks about, even though his is more established, but it was really great running to him. I also talked to him a bit, it was inspiring because I follow him here and there. Today what I want to talk about is dream big and do big. And before I get into the topic, I just want to do a quick disclaimer. The topic sounds like I'm going to give a motivational speech, but in fact, I freaking want to tell you that I hate motivational speeches. I think that whole motivational stuff is a crock of crap. When you motivate somebody, basically speaking, you make them feel great. You rile them up for like 5-10 minutes, and they go home and feel the same. To me, motivation speeches is like a drug. It numbs the pain. Motivation makes people move to act because the fear, the insecurity, the trauma they have within them that prevents them from acting and pursuing like their goals and dreams is numbed by this motivation, and sooner or later it wears off. It's like a drug, like drinking alcohol, watching television, or eating food, or jumping from relationship. Those are all drugs to block your pain. Motivation is the same thing. And so if I was called a motivational speaker, which some people use, I would be insulted. I think motivation is snake oil. It's a sham. So anyway, this is not a motivational speech. This is actually, I want to inspire. Inspire means to breathe in. It means to drop a seed. When you drop a seed in somebody, the seed begins to take root and germinate and bear fruit. And the way the seed germinates and bears fruits is dependent on the individual person the seed was planted on. Depending on the person the seed was planted on, the tree will grow in that person the unique way it was meant to grow. So my goal is to drop seeds. So, topic, dream big and do big. What brings this on? I'm reading this book by Elon Musk. This biography of Elon Musk. I'm completely fascinated guy. He fascinates me. I'm specifically intrigued by his electric car, and also his solar energy, and this whole other thing is called Hyperloop, I think, where he's trying to revolutionize transportation. And I'm just fascinated by the fact that he's just trying to do everything his own way. He's trying to offset everything that's being done. You know what I mean? It's like he's totally putting him a viable alternative. I read early on this week that Tesla, his company, is worth more than Ford. And it's a totally different model because his car, he doesn't have a car dealership. His car is not sold. It doesn't follow the dealership model that other companies follow, like Ford and everything like that. And then you look at his rocket company, his space company, SpaceX, I think it is. It's private. And I read that actually when he was working on testing the rocket to launch into space, like he was using military facilities, and they were completely hating on him because they saw him as competition because he was doing everything in his own way. He was stepping out on his own. I love it. He was doing his own thing. He was creating his own. Like same way when he's founded PayPal, he was trying to do online banking. He was basically trying to revolutionize the way money's done, starting his own. So anyway, the dude fascinates me. So I want to get how he thinks, so I can, how he thinks can rub up on me, and I can have the results I was made to have in my own unique way, in my own life. But now, as I'm reading this now, I'm going to ask myself, because again, what I'm speaking here is not to preach or lecture. This is to me too. This is to my dumb ass as well. You know what I mean? I have I have problems like everybody else, So this is also back to me. I'll be watching myself and saying, yo, listen to this guy, listen to this smart, good looking guy. But anyway, seriously, what is the difference between you, me, and Elon Musk? And many people say, oh, he's smarter than us, or he's a billionaire, or he's talented, And I say, actually, that is completely false. If you're actually reading the book, he was born out of the womb of a woman, just like the rest of us were. He grew up as a child and everything like that. He had big dreams. We all had big dreams as kids. His dreams were called crazy by everybody else. He was teased and bullied in school. But anyway, he was teased and bullied in school. He had his own gifts like everybody else. And he had his own dreams that people poo-pooed on and said were crazy. But here's the difference. He was crazy enough to pursue the dreams anyway. That's completely it. Elon Musk, the difference between us and Elon Musk, that Elon Musk was stupid enough to believe in his dreams and pursue them. That is it. Every one of us watching this YouTube video, we have our own set of unique gifts and resources and treasures. And guess what? We've had our own crazy dreams as well. From childhood, we've had our own crazy dreams and ideas that are reflected upon the internal resources and treasures we have, that reflect upon the passion. But you know what we do that Elon Musk doesn't do? We doubt ourselves and say, oh, it's crazy. We let some idiot friend or idiot family member try and talk us out of our pursuing our dream, and then we give up. Or we fail once and we say, oh, it's not worth it, we don't try anymore. Elon Musk doesn't do that. That's a simple thing. Simple thing is that he's crazy enough to believe in his dreams, And all the great people in history who've done great things, done the same thing. I'm going to bring out some names, some are cliche, because I don't like some of them, but I just don't want to spend time now being like, who's this guy? Who? Okay, let's take Gandhi, who I completely don't like. He's a racist bastard. But he had the dream of freeing India from the British, who were, world power. They were world power right before World War II, right up to World War II, rather. And he had this crazy dream of freeing India, and he achieved it through nonviolence. He achieved it. Again, the guy's a bastard anyway. I've read a lot about this guy. I don't like hearing this guy, but again, he's just the closest example I can think of that can illustrate my point. But yeah, he believed in his dream. Let's take the Haitian Revolution. The only successful slave revolt ever. The only successful slave revolt Haiti, the only nation that was started by free slaves, right? The crazy idea that can overthrow France, a superpower, but the leaders of the Haitian revolt succeeded. They were crazy enough to believe in their dreams. Let's take a guy that I follow right now. His name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's a PhD in finance, a former professor at Syracuse, University of Rochester, University of Ohio, Shanghai University. He taught finance there for a number of years before he decided to strike on his own. And his basic goal is to empower Black people to start an economic revolution within the African American community in this country. His goal is to create Black billionaires generations from now. His goal is to completely transform the economic landscape of Black America, to completely erase the unemployment rate, And he set up things like the Black Business School. He set up things like Black stock market program. He set up things like the Black real estate program. He holds seminars to teach people, Black people, how to start their own business and everything. He does all these different things because he asks himself, why can't there be a Black Elon Musk, or in his own unique way? Or why can't there be Black people who start their own billion-dollar companies? Does Black people necessarily have to be victims like everybody wants them to be? Or sometimes Black people themselves want to be. And you know what, man? People completely, utterly curse him out a lot of times. See comments on the YouTube video. He's been banned from basically banned from like CNN and stuff like that. Or I think he refused to go back on because of whatever. But he's a crazy dreamer. He's acting upon it. He's crazy enough to believe it. Nelson Mandela, again, wanted to topple apartheid. Crazy dream because South Africa had a formidable army and was so entrenched in their apartheid policy and everything. But he was crazy enough to believe in the dream, and he acted upon it. He spent 27 years in jail, but even his time in jail and being held in 27 years only served to empower the apartheid movement or the anti-apartheid movement in the country. So, what I mean to say is that all the great people in life that are considered great, they were nothing different than you and me. They had gifts, treasures, resources internally. They had dreams that seemed crazy, and they acted upon it. I believe that when God wants to make a change in this world, He puts the dream in different people's hearts, hoping that somebody will have the courage to go out and act upon it and bring it into fruition. Remember, the Bible says many are chosen, but few are many are called, but few are chosen. When God wants to make a huge change, wants to make a huge shift, He puts something in the heart of some man or woman, and one of these people acts upon it, and change happens. All the great things that we're benefiting in life are the sum or the accumulation of the dreams of different people that weren't afraid to act upon them, that weren't afraid to go and bring them into fruition. People like Elon Musk, and anybody, I found out that when they have a dream and everything like that, first off, they get the dream and they're crazy not to act upon it. But the next thing is that they don't even know what they're gonna do the first step is. Something they don't know. They don't know what's gonna happen. Some of them are flying blind for a while. I read this book. This dude, Elon Musk, for a couple of his ideas, he didn't know what the hell he was doing. You know, he was just running, I won't say helter skelter, but he was making a lot of mistakes, tripping, falling, bumped into the wall and everything like that. And but slowly but surely, the dreams started to materialize. I have a dream now. I'm working on my own underwear line. You know what my crazy vision is? My crazy vision is to get myself on a billboard with the underwear line. I'm serious. I'm starting to think about how do I get myself on those telephone booths or those bus shelters or on the subway. I gotta go now look and see how much it's gonna cost because I want to put myself on that. It's crazy, but why not? Again, if everybody else, if a lot of people who did great things in life said didn't ask why not, we would have been living the benefits, and this world wouldn't have been as hopeful as it may be right now due to the different things that people brought through this world through their dreams. So I encourage everybody, start to listen to your heart and stop questioning it and just act upon it. You may fail. Some of the things on your heart are freaking crazy and just are freaking crazy, and just are crazy, and forget about it. But use your discretion, use your discernment. Some of these ideas may fall apart, but you're gonna have tons more crazy ideas, and one of them was meant to actually revolutionize your life, the lives of generations to come in your family, and the world at large. So yeah, and you may not have any idea what the hell you're going to do. But I just say, get out there. Let us all, this is just to me too, let's just get out there and do it. And like I said, the picture starts to form of what we need to do next, So, I hope all this helps, Again, I hope this didn't sound motivational. I hope it was more instructional. And I hope it put something in your spirit. And again, anybody who is working on just shunning the system, shunning the status quo, setting up their own system, setting up their own unique way outside the illusion. I give you guys all props because you live in the viable alternative. Anybody who's doing this to the whole system and everything by building their own, man, props to you and your courage and everything like that. This is how that we make changes. I saw an awesome quote by this woman. It was interesting, actually. It was an African-American woman who was interviewing two Africans. And the African-American woman was asking these two Africans about racism. The Africans brought their own unique perspective. They said, the best way to fight injustice is to build something new. And that's the most beautiful thing. Who cares about trying to be accepted by the status quo? Build your own. Props to anybody who's doing that right now. So I hope all this helps. If you want to read more on my site, you can go to www.theviablealternative.com. You can follow me on Twitter, TheViableAlt. And if you like this video, please click on like and please share. And if you want to hear more of my videos, or see more of my videos rather, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So anyway, take care. God bless. Dream big, do big, and peace.